And this call, let's see, it's January 11th. I'm trying to be better about like setting dates because I know a lot of people watch these calls back. And this is for new coaches. And this is honestly one of my favorite calls because the things we're going to talk about tonight, you will never stop doing. Like I am 4 years into this coaching journey, I am still doing all of these things every single day. And I think that's almost when coaches veer away from, we're going to be talking about, the importance of being a product of the product and social media. And you're going to talk about Success Club and Emerald. And then of course, keeping it fun and real. Like those core things never, ever change. So like get out your notebooks, like understand these things, because I know you're probably overwhelmed right now. Maybe some of you are still like haven't even gotten in your Shakeology or your Energize, or you're still trying to figure out like 9-week control freak stuff, or like what group is what. Deep breath. We all remember what it felt like to be a brand new coach. So that is okay. It's okay to feel like a beginner. And I think a lot of us are remembering that now that we're doing 9-week control freak, or at least I am, because man, it's a very humbling this morning, like using those things. I'm like, I'm not good at this, but like, that's how we're going to get better. And I know like in 3 or 4 weeks, like we're going to be running around with the ball between our knees and like that door tracker, it's going to be awesome. But I had 2 announcements and then we're going to jump in. The first thing is Team Cup. So if you're brand new, you might be like, I don't even know what Team Cup is. What are you talking about? So Beachbody puts it on every February and every August. And basically it's just a fun thing that helps people grow their businesses. So it's teams of 5. So if you're wanting to do it, you don't have to do it at all. There's no pressure. But if you're wanting to do it, team up with 4 other girls. And it's just a time where you guys just work really close together that whole next month. So I know for me personally, my Team Cups, we start a message chat, we try and get on a Zoom weekly, and we're just sharing all the things we're doing with each other every day. We're talking about posts, we're talking about invites. It's just an intentional time to work really close together to reach your goals. And the biggest goal is for everyone to hit Success Club in that challenge group, not in that challenge group, in your Team Cup. There's prizes if you individually hit Success Club. I think you get a massage wand. And then if you all 5 of you hit Success Club, you guys get, is it the 9-week control free hoodie, which looks awesome. And I know there's some other prizes as well. So there's that. Don't hesitate. Don't feel like just because you're a newbie, you can't just jump on a team. Registration is now open, and that'll be open until January 31st. So there's still plenty of time. And then the next thing I wanted to talk about is Success Club trip. And again, this might be like something that's maybe way over your head. You don't even know what I'm talking about. Rebecca's actually going to be talking about Success Club and what that all is in a little bit. But basically, this trip, they just announced it. It'll be in 2022, and it's our all-inclusive trip that you get to bring one other person. And don't just think this is for like coaches that have been around for a while, because what you do this year in 2021 earns you that trip in 2022. And it's earned by Success Club points. So all the Success Club points are considered trip dollars. And just think, like, break it down in a quarter. To earn it fully, every quarter you need to have 30 Success Club points. Okay. And it's okay if you don't have 30 Success Club points. Whatever points you do earn each quarter or each month will go towards money for that trip. So at the end, if you earn that trip and you still want to go, you just have to pay the difference. And it's a 4-night, 5-night trip. I can't remember what it is. But that's like a really, really cool incentive. Like, to think as a brand new coach, you next March or April that you could be going on an all-inclusive trip. So a lot of more information will be coming about that, but like, just have that on your radar. And now we're going to dive in, and Brittany is going to kick us out. So I'm going to mute myself.
Well, I hate speaking in front of people, but this is fun. I actually took a lot of notes today. I'm a diamond coach. If you don't know me, I've been doing this for like a year, a little over a year. So I'm here to talk to you about be a product of the product. So you're probably thinking, what in the world does that mean? So your number one job as a coach is to work on you. Like, what other job do they tell you? Hey, work on yourself first. I'm going to go ahead and say none. because I've never had a job like that. So being a product of the product. So you're consistently doing your workouts. You are consistently drinking your Shakeology, your Energize, your collagen. I mean, using the products that they give us is so important, because if you're not using these products or posting about these products, how is anybody going to trust you with you telling them, hey, you should purchase this challenge pack with Shakeology when you're not drinking it or you're not doing your workouts? How are they going to trust that you know what you're doing, let alone that you're going to guide them in the right direction? I can tell you that if I would have had Brooke not using any of the products, I probably wouldn't have signed up. Sorry, I'm just looking at my notes. Another important thing too, we need as coaches to pick a program and stick with that program. You can't just be hopping around all the time and like starting one program, do it for a week and be like, well, I didn't really like it, so you're going to move on. Even if we don't like our programs, I think it's important to stick to them to show that you're committed and you're working on yourself so that people see that you are committed. So they're going to trust you more with that part of it, because I know that I've struggled with some of the workouts like MBFA. I don't know if any of you guys did that one. I did not enjoy that one as much as MBF, but I stuck with it because I started it and I had to finish it. There is a time between programs. So if like you end one and then like with 9-week Control Freak launching, I had like 2 weeks where I just did a few old workouts. Like I did some 30-day breakaway, or I love the prep because Amala is amazing. And you guys, Amala's coming out with a new program and I about peed my pants. Like that is so exciting. That's another thing too for me. If you're getting hyped up about these new programs coming out, you're gonna get your coaches hyped up or your customers, because they know you're in it and you're ready to help guide them in that direction too, of helping other people find the programs that we do. Also, you guys, social media can be a scary thing. And I know that I think Brooke is going to touch on that, but make sure you're sharing your journey. I know that's scary. You have to get on and be like, hey, this is what workout, just do the clips, show them what you're doing. Don't be nervous, because you'll get over that really, really quick. I am a social person, so honestly, talking to people isn't hard, but when you're posting like your before and after pictures, that is so scary. But it's important to post on social media so people know what you're doing. You can't just say, hey, I'm drinking my superfood shake, and then like not post it. But you don't want to post like the direct package of your Shakeology, because nobody wants that salesy. But if you're showing people like, hey, I'm drinking the shake and it does this for me, or it makes me feel this way, I think that's super important too. You're not just saying I'm drinking my shake. You need to tell them what it's doing for you, how you feel when you're drinking it, and what benefits it has for you. Because they have no clue, and they could just think you're trying to sell them this $130 bag of Shakeology because you want to make money. But we have to really dig in and tell them and learn ourselves what these do for us. I just did a little thing on my page today, a product highlight, just kind of going an overview of like Shakeology and how you can use it for shakes, you can use it for baking, and you can make like energy bites. You don't have to just drink it. I think that adds another element for people too. So, like I said, you have to tell them how it makes you feel and what it does for you. Not just, oh, I'm drinking my Energize today, or, you have to tell them what it's for, what else you can use it for, and everything like that. So actually being a product of the product, I'm drinking Hydrate right now. You're never going to not find me with a product at some point. So the last thing I'm going to touch on, I'm kind of a fast talker, is personal development. Personal development is one of those things that I've laughed at, rolled my eyes at, and thought people were weird that read personal development books or self-help books. But I think that in this past year reading, I think I've read 3 or 4 personal development books, and I've started recently reading devotionals every day. It definitely takes your mind to a different place of like, oh, look what that person's doing. They're doing it better. But it brings you to that light of, I can do that too. If my mind is right and I'm just.
This is like a meeting for
I think
coaches.
it's super important that we're always growing and wanting to learn. And I think being a coach, jumping in like that helps you guys learn and grow. Like Brooke pretty much did this, built her team on her own. And she really crushed it. She is the best leader we have around. All of our lead coaches, all of you guys are great. But when you have that drive, the personal development just leads you even further into that. I'm actually reading this one right now. I was reading before, Own Your Everyday. It's Jordan Lee Dooley. I just think you have to be willing to grow personally to grow your business. I've definitely learned that a lot. And you don't have to read 4 chapters a night. 10 to 15 minutes a day is going to get you enough knowledge and pull you through your day to do the things and utilize those tools that those books are giving you. I think some recommendations we've recently read, Fear's My Homeboy, which Judy Holler is hilarious and so good. She has a podcast, personal development. Side note, doesn't have to just be books. It can be podcasts, devotionals. Netflix series, that Darren Owine's Netflix series could easily be a personal development, learning about superfoods and stuff like that. F Leadership, you can't have it all, but not at the same damn time. That was really good. And I'm sure the other coaches have a lot more because some of them have been doing it longer. But devotionals too, I don't know if a lot of you do those, but I'm reading one that's 100 days and it's super good. And this is new to me doing all of this, but I've definitely felt a different mindset shift for me doing all of those. And I just feel like personal development is important, even if you don't think it is. Definitely do it. We don't just tell you to do it for fun. We tell you to do it because we know it works and you'll grow your business and as a person. And we always want good humans in this world. So that's all I have.
Sweet. Thanks, Brittany. Brooke is up next. I wanted to say really quick too, if I know she talked about sharing your journey. If you're not feeling ready yet, that's okay. At least document, take those before pictures. Because one day when you feel ready, okay, I think I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to share my story. You will be so glad you had that starting point to show people hey, yeah, you might see me now and I might be pretty healthy and fit, but this is where I started. So even if you're not feeling ready to share yet, I highly encourage you to at least document things and start that now. So, all right, Brookie, take it away. We have a lot of Brooks on our team, so.
I was going to say, I'm baby Brookie. I'm Brooke Anderson. And yes, that is so important, you guys. And I was just saying in the chat, some of the pictures that I've been sharing recently are pictures that I had stored in an album in 2016 from when I first started my weight loss journey. So I never shared those pictures. They were just for me, for personal reference. And I am so thankful now that I have those, because even though I wasn't doing Beachbody and I actually bought a challenge pack and opened it up and never did it again, that's still a huge part of my story because a lot of people connect with that. So I have those pictures to pull from to see just how much I've grown from 2016 to now. So take those pictures. I cannot stress that enough. Okay, so on that topic, we're going to dive into social media. And while you're being product of the product and doing those things, you're going to start sharing your journey. So now you're doing the things, you're committing to a program from start to finish. Now you're going to start sharing it on social media. And I like to view social media as kind of your storefront. So when you post on your main feed, whether it's Instagram or Facebook, that is your storefront. So when you post, that says you're open, you're ready to be social and connect. People know that you are there. And then you have your stories too. And I think they are both equally important. And then the stories is like the inside of your store. So that's where you can really like showcase your personality and go into depth of, you know, what you do day to day. And you guys most likely have seen your coaches' stories and other people's stories where we share our workouts or share what we're doing for personal development. But you probably have noticed too, a lot of coaches share other things as well. So it's not just our workouts every day and that's it. Like we're sharing other pieces of our life, tips and tricks, meal prepping, how to get out the door with 3 kids or whatever it is. And I'm just saying that because that's on my mind right now. But that's the place where you can really get to know your people and connect with them. So I have it broken down into just a couple parts. So first part is really like what to post and what not to post, because now we're asking you to post and it's like, okay, what do I share? And then you're asking me to do it every day. Like that's a lot of content to come up with. So we're going to go over kind of what to post and how to start figuring out what you're going to be sharing on your feed, and then going over what not to share. We'll talk a little bit about connecting, because I think connecting is just as important as posting, because it's great to post and show that your storefront's open. But if you're just posting, you put it out there and you wipe your hands clean and you think that people are going to come to you, that's not going to happen. So what to do after your post and connecting with those people. And then the last part is going to be your commitment post. So those are for people, if you haven't done your commitment post yet, we'll talk a little bit about that too. So I'm going to start with what not to post, because I think it's easier to go there first. And the first thing is no throwing up your products or the programs that you're doing all over your feed. And I think when you're thinking about what you want to post, think about what you would like to see when you're scrolling on your feed, because I know we've all been there, like I do it. And you think of those posts that stop you. And then you think of those ones that you're like, oh, they're just trying to sell something again. We're not here to post our program or even a sweaty selfie. Like we don't want sweaty selfies every single day or Shakeology every single day. And it's like, people are going to get really bored with that because there's hundreds of us that do that. So what's going to make you stand out? We're not here to market the product. Beachbody's got their own team for that. We're here to share our story. So it's also not just a look at me kind of thing. And this has been a learning curve for me too, because I feel like in the beginning I have a big weight loss transformation story and not everyone has that. So I was showing so many of my pictures, and I've had to learn a lot even in the last year. Like, okay, it's great to show people those pictures and give them hope, but how am I providing value to people when they come to my page? Like, what else am I giving them versus them just saying, okay, good job, Brooke, you did another workout and you showing us your transformation again. We get it by now. Like, I've been doing this for 2 years. Like, people that have been following for a long time get it. So how else am I providing value? So it's not just about us to get it out there. We're thinking about what are we doing that's going to help our viewers in some way, shape, or form. And then again, thinking of what you want to see when you're scrolling through. So then what do you post? We have this thing called the 5 pillars. And I just did an activity with my girls last week because we took a deep dive into social media, because I've been like hot on this topic. And we did a color wheel activity. So it's just showing that we're like a rainbow. We have so many different pieces to us. So you can do that, or the 5 pillars, and just really break down, okay, what are the 5 things that you can share about that make you you? So Beachbody's just a small part of you. Like your fitness journey is just one small part. So what else makes you you that you can share about, so you can start connecting with people that you're genuinely going to want to do this with? So for me, I'm a mom of 3, and I'm also newly postpartum again. So I feel like I'm in this phase of my life that I wasn't in before. I'm a girl mom, so I connect a lot with girl moms. Like when I see another mom out there with 3 or 4 girls, I'm like, holler back at you. I get your life. Like those are the people we just vibe with right away. I have a pretty significant weight loss journey, so that's special to me. You do not have to have a big weight loss transformation to be successful in this business. And I think a lot of coaches that are extremely successful, like if you look at Brooke and Rebecca, they didn't have a major weight loss story. And that's okay. You don't have to have that. But for me, that was a part of my story. So that is something that I share about a lot, because I connect a lot with people that have a significant amount of weight to lose. I'm a police wife, so my husband is in law enforcement, and that I've had a hard time connecting with people. One, because I feel like every police wife I find is already doing Beachbody. I'm like, what is this? I don't know. It's something about us. As law enforcement lives, need something to do. But it's also with just things going on in the world, it has been harder to share. But once I found that I have shared about that, and I'll go into a little bit about how to become more vulnerable in your posts, I have had such good, deep conversations with other law enforcement wives that just get me and where I'm at. And there's just such a beautiful thing about that that makes this so much more fun. And then my other part of me is I was a school social worker, so I'm really passionate about mental health. I have my master's in social work, and I went from working full time to being home. So those are kind of my pillars. Color wheel, I think it's more than 5. But what I recommend you guys doing is just start writing stuff down. And I've had conversations with girls before too, where they get into this business and they're like, I really don't know who I am, because they have been so busy in their life focusing on other people and other things that it's a lot for us to ask you, like, who are you? So remember, a lot of us coaches, like, I've been in this business for 2 years. I've had 2 years of personal development and reflecting and figuring out who the crap I am, because when I started, I really didn't know who I was either. So just start thinking about it, make it a priority, journal, write it down, ask friends and family. I've learned recently about myself that I really like writing. I've always loved writing. And that wasn't until just recently where it kind of came to me, where I've thought about my high school years and even middle school, when I was like a little kid on blog sites, like, so weird, but like doing role playing and writing because I really enjoyed it. And now I'm able to bring that back into my life in a different way. So you just start discovering these things about yourself while you are doing it. It doesn't need to be perfect right now. You don't need to ever know everything about yourself. Just start digging in. And that's where personal development is super big too. Okay, so connecting is going to be the key to your posting. So you want to show people that you are there and you are available to talk and that you are ready to engage with them. So I just want you guys to know early on in the game, when you're sharing and you are going to be sharing with many people and people may be commenting or starting to watch and like, you need to go back and connect with those people. So if they're taking the time to like your post, you're going back and you're looking at their posts and you're commenting, you're engaging in conversation, because people love that. And I listen to Melanie Mitchell a lot, and she talks about how it's like a hit of dopamine. Like, think about it. When you open up your phone and you see all these likes on a post, it's like a little hit of dopamine in our brain. We're like, oh yeah, like 100 likes on a post, like that feels good. And that's why social media is so addicting. So that's why we need to go back and connect with people so that they see that we are watching too, and that we are real people and we're there to talk, and we're not just there to show and post and say, oh, this is all about me, I'm a health and fitness coach, come and join me. No, I'm a real person and I want to get to know you too. And I want to know your goals and what I can do to serve you. Which brings me to this 3 types of posts as far as how to connect with your posts, like how to create content that really engages your people. And I can't take credit for this. This is from another training that I saw, but I love this. Is it valuable? Is it vulnerable? And then viral. So value, vulnerable, viral. So value is like a tip, trick. How can it help somebody? What can someone take away from it? Vulnerable, this one's probably the hardest one for new coaches and takes a lot of guts. And sometimes you type it up, you put it out there and you close your eyes. But I can tell you, the more vulnerable that you start to get, even if it's something that's little at first, maybe it's your first transformation and you put it out there, like those are the ones, the vulnerable ones are the ones that people are going to connect with the most. But you also want to vary it up too. You don't need every single post to be a big, long, vulnerable post. Viral is another one that's pretty fun. You think about like shareable, like when you're scrolling your feed, what would you share? Like a fun quote or a tip or trick or just something that people would get a kick out of. This is where you can kind of show your personality a little bit. So you can, when you're going through your posts and you're thinking about what you're sharing, you can think, is this valuable? Am I being vulnerable? Or is this something that could go viral, which is kind of like a newer one I started doing with like funny quotes and stuff. And then ask questions. So when you ask questions in your post and you have like an engaging topic, you know, you've got your picture. And another thing, you want your picture to be you, not your kids, not your dog, not your husband, or pictures of your food. Like, you got to start like taking pictures of you too, because people want to see who they are working with. So work the camera. You guys are all beautiful. You've got it. I love taking stockpile pictures on the weekends, so you don't have to worry about it during the week. You can even change your shirt or something. It's super fun because people want to see those pictures of you. So put a picture up of you, make sure it's like bright, it's capturing something that you would stop at, and ask a question like, have you ever, you know, woken up on a Sunday morning and you're dreading Monday or something? Or like, you wake up on Sunday, you look in your fridge and you're like, oh, I have to go grocery shopping again. Like, this sucks. Me too. I've been there. Like, think of like questions that you can do to engage with your audience. Or who else on here is an elementary mom? Because that's the season of life I'm in right now, and it is hard. I can do toddlers and babies, but elementary is going to kick my butt. And I'm sure with teenagers and adult children, like, that's something you can post if that fits your life. So think of ways you can ask questions and engage with your audience. Give people an opportunity to talk and share about them, because people love that. Then you can start a conversation, which can then later on lead to developing a relationship and having them turn into a customer for you. Okay, sorry, I talked forever. We'll go into the commitment post and then I will be done. So if you guys haven't done your commitment post yet, this is really your coming out, you know, this is what you're doing. You're just sharing people your journey. If you are brand new, you're just telling them what you're doing. You don't have to have all the answers right away. Like, hey, I signed up to do this group with this new program because X, Y, and Z. I used to work out when I was in high school and I fell off, and now I really want to get back into it. Maybe that's your story. I don't know. Share with people what you're doing and then ask them to join with you, because people aren't going to know unless you share. And in the world of social media, there's so many people doing other things. And I know for me, this was really scary to make a commitment post saying that, you know, I'm going on this coaching journey and to talk about coaching. But I have found that the more I talk about coaching, the more people come to me versus me going to them saying, oh, shoot, I just signed up with another coach. Or, oh, someone just asked me a couple of weeks ago. I wish I would have known. Like, you don't want that to happen. So you want people to know what you're doing, because the right people will be there to see it. If fear is a big thing, we already talked about it, personal development. If you're afraid of what people are going to think, maybe you're afraid of what your grandma's going to think, or your uncle, or whoever, some people in your family, first off, no, like, just no. Like, we don't care about what they think. We need to like get over that right now and go into some personal development. Fear is my homeboy. Lean into our team. If you make a post that makes you want to throw up, share it on the team page. Share it with your coach and be like, I just made this post and I'm so nervous. We will be running to your page and giving you some love. Let me tell you, because we have been there. We have made those posts, and I have gone to people on our team before saying, I just made this post. I'm terrified. Can you guys go look at it? Like, I did a reel the other day of like showing all my skin and postpartum goodies. And I was like, I am going to take this off. But in that moment, I was like feeling the song and I was like vibing with it. I'm like, yeah, this will be a good thing to share. And then as soon as I shared it, I'm like, oh my God. So I ran to my group. I'm like, can you guys go like it? And that is probably still one of my most popular posts that I have put up to date. And posting that not only like grew like my likes and all that and my engagement, but it really upped my confidence too, which is the last thing. Is you need to keep doing it. And if you guys listen to the wake up call, confidence comes from taking massive action. So if you don't take action, you are not going to be confident in what you do. And all of us have been there. We didn't start running groups and we were perfect at groups. No, we ran messy groups and we got a hang of it. We made those posts that weren't beautiful, or the ones that didn't get any likes, or the ones that were probably super salesy. Been there. And we learned from that. You guys, you need to be consistent in doing these things, because you'll grow, you'll learn, you'll become more confident, and you'll figure it out as you go. I love this analogy, and this will be my last thing, the pumping of the well. I've been reading The Compound Effect, which is an amazing book if you guys are looking for just figuring out how this business works and really everything in life. Just the small daily things that we do lead to big things, like spending $5 a day for 10 years. You can imagine what that would be math wise. Same thing with posting and sharing on social media and doing this business. And they talk about this pumping of the well. So you're pumping it and it takes forever and you're putting in all this effort and work. And then there's a guy over here that's pumping the well and they have a bunch of water. Well, he's putting in the same amount of effort, but he has been pumping for so much longer and you're just getting started, even though you feel like you're putting the same amount of work in. The other thing is too, when you stop, so if you start posting and you go and you stop and you back off and you're not doing it anymore, or you're randomly showing up here and there, that's not going to build trust with your people. You got to keep pumping. You got to keep posting and showing up, because people will see that you put this commitment post up and they're going to see what you're going to do. Are you going to go through with it? They're going to watch you. Like, what is she going to quit? And the more that they see you show up, the more trust you're going to build and the more likely they're going to join you. So that's all I have on social media. I am going to pass it off to Bricky or Rebecca. Can't remember who's next. Rebecca. Rebecca's next. All right.
That was so good, Brooke. Very helpful. I feel like, especially asking questions on posts, I don't do that a lot. So that's a very helpful tip with engagement. But yes, I was terrified to post my commitment posts. We're all terrified, but it's nice that we all start at the same place. Okay, so I'm going to talk about Success Club and the Success Starter program. So first, I'll just talk about Success Club. So basically, a few years ago, Beachbody kind of surveyed all of the successful coaches and asked them, like, what is it that they attributed to their success? And something that they found in common was that all of those successful coaches were signing 3 people up a month. So not like these crazy numbers, like 10 people a month or 50 people a month, just 3 people a month with a challenge pack, which is most likely what you guys signed up with. And so Beachbody took that and realized, okay, well, let's create this program called Success Club where we can help coaches be able to, one, measure their success and see like, okay, am I kind of on the right track, but also be rewarded for it and have motivation and incentives and things like that. So Success Club, if you're helping 3 people a month, you'll hit Success Club. So Brooke actually has a slide that shows kind of the breakdown. If you don't have the slide, that's okay. I can just tell them. Just like breakdown of different ways you can earn these Success Club points. So as it's coming up, in order to hit Success Club, you need 5 points. So it starts fresh every month. So like January 1st, you start at 0 and you have till the last day of the month to hit Success Club 5. And so if you signed up with the challenge pack, which is what we usually encourage most people to sign up with, because you know, you get the workouts for a year, you get both nutrition programs, you get a product, and we want to be proof of the product. So either Shakeology, or you can choose the performance line, which is Energize and Recover. And then just the accountability of the boot camps. That is what is included in a challenge pack. And if they sign up with that, you can see here, they get 2 points for that. So that is the main way you're going to earn Success Club points and the easiest way to earn points. So that's why we say if you help 3 people a month sign up with a challenge pack, that would equal 6 points total. So you'd be even over the 5 and you would hit Success Club. So a few other ways that you can earn points. If someone decides that they want to sign up with, they want to just get like Shakeology, maybe they purchased just Beachbody on demand in the past and they didn't do a challenge pack, but then decided like, oh, I do want Shakeology. That could give you 2 points. Maybe they do workouts, I don't know, through something else, but they realize the value in Shakeology, 2 points for a bag. And important to note, you don't get 2 points every time they purchase Shakeology. So if like my friend signs up with Shakeology and she's drinking it monthly, I'm not going to get 2 points every single month. You get it on their first order. So with a challenge pack, what's really cool is if they sign up February 1st for a challenge pack in 2021, come 2022, hopefully they'll sign up again with a challenge pack and you'll get 2 points again. So once a year you can earn those points. Okay, then Daily Sunshine. Those are, I should know this, but I don't have children. They're like vitamins for kids, I think, or like fruit gummies and stuff. So if your kids don't like to eat healthy, They're like those little, gummy. I think that's right. Am I wrong? No, it's a shake. It's not gummies. It's a shake for kids. Wow. Guys, learn about the products. I'm speaking to myself. But I know Brooke's kids drink these, I'm pretty sure. But Daily Sunshine. So they're not always asking for your Shakeology. You can give them Daily Sunshine, and it helps kids get those nutrients because kids are always around germs and other kids. So it's great for them to get their nutrients. Performance Line, that is the stack of Energize and Recover. So they get both of those things in one. They can choose any of the flavors. And then Beach Bars, if they purchase the package, that is 3 boxes, they get 2 points for it. So that's a really like a cool way you can hit Success Club points, is because so many people are into granola bars or protein bars. And a lot of protein bars, if you research them, actually have a lot of crap in them and a lot of sugar. And so Beach Bars, if you do research on them, they're way, the ingredients in it is a lot better than some of the other ones. So that's one thing you can recommend to them, especially if they're like in grad school and they need like healthy snacks, or maybe they're a student or they're a mom and they just need something in their purse when they're with their kids, all that stuff. So the last way you can earn is, say somebody purchases multiple products, but not one of these specific things. Maybe it's like they purchase collagen, they purchase a tub of Energize. If those products total up to 90 PV, which is just the volume number attached to a product, then you can earn 1 point. So that's the different ways you can earn. Brooke kind of already touched on this, so we can probably skip this. But you all, like, I'll say one thing. When I became a coach, I was like, oh, Success Club trip, that looks amazing, but probably only like the really cool, like, I don't know. I thought you had to be like a superstar to be able to earn that trip, but that is not true at all. Like, if you just help 3 people a month, you'll get to be on that trip. Like so many of us earn that trip. And even though it was unfortunately canceled, like that pays off, hitting Success Club every month, because you're helping people's lives. And you're going to miss out in Punta Cana in 2022 if you don't. We want you to be there with us, basically, is what I'm saying. Okay, so Success Starter Program. This is like an amazing opportunity. So this is also like, if you're a new coach, you're really lucky, because this program, basically, if you hit Success Club 3 times out of your first 6 months. So say you signed up last month in December, you have December, January, February, March, April, May to hit Success Club 3 times out of those 6 months. It used to be you had to hit Success Club like your very first 3 months in a row. And if you didn't, like, you disqualified for the program. So this is amazing that they've made this adjustment. It's a lot easier for you to hit Success Starter, and you get amazing benefits. So 1, you get a free ticket to Summit, and that is the annual Beachbody conference they have every year. You get to do workouts with the super trainers. You're just surrounded by like the incredible coach community. You get training. There's dance parties. It's awesome. So you would get a free ticket to that. And to help you see the value in that ticket is like normally around $200. So the second thing you get to earn, and this is the coolest thing. So Amoila is the one releasing the program this summer. And like Brittany said, if you haven't done 6 weeks of the work, at least you can probably appreciate him as an attractive human being. And he is like an incredibly talented trainer. So if you didn't know, Amoila actually trained celebrity NBA athletes, so like legit basketball players. So not only is he an amazing athlete in the he's an athlete, but trainer in the Beachbody world, but he's like legit. So if you hit Success Starter in the next 6 months, if you're a new coach, you get to be in his test group for his new program. And basically what that means in a test group is you get access to the program before anybody else. So like, I don't get to see what the program's like. Brooke, like she's an elite coach. She doesn't get to see what the program's like only you guys do. And you get to do the program start to finish with him. You get that like behind the scenes support with him. His program's going to be 90 days. So 90 incredible days with him, like getting amazing results. So not only is that going to like be an incredible experience for you, but like the credibility for your coach business, for you to be able to share with your family and friends, like I'm in a test group with him, and then show your results. Like people are gonna be like, oh wow, like she is legit. So Success Starter is amazing, and you should all definitely be pushing for that. Some other just like fun perks of it is you get 25 elite points for our team. One of the most amazing things about Beachbody is that we are all working together. We're like a family. And so when like you guys are in success, like achieve success, yeah, that helps other people on the team. And we want to help you be successful. So everyone's always giving to one another. And so elite points helps the team at large be recognized by the company. We get, maybe as our team hits more success, we get better speakers, we get resources and different things that other teams maybe wouldn't get. And then just the other thing is if you're helping 3 people a month, you get commission every time someone signs up with products or challenge packs. And so that's just extra spending money you have for whatever you want to spend it on. So that is Success Starter Program. If you weren't like aware of this and you're like, okay, I want to go after Success Starter Program, let your coach know so that they can like help you stay accountable and help you achieve that, because we all want you to achieve that. And there's no reason why any of you can't. So I think that's all I have to say.
Sweet. Yeah. You guys, that is like the most amazing program. So jealous of it. I've never been in a test group before, but you guys all can do it. Tell me how.
Jealous.
Okay, I'm going to talk about a few ranks with Beachbody and kind of what they mean. But first, I'm going to backtrack for a second. So if you don't know where I am just in our Team Heart and Hustle page. Like, if you have not checked this out, and on my computer it probably looks different, but go to the album section, the photo album section. Dana White, one of the coaches in our team, put together this awesome new Coach Fast Start guide. And if you have not gone through there, it like talks about everything we are talking about tonight. Just like it talks about social media, just like going through like your commitment posts, what you should be doing, all of those things, like go back and refresh yourself. So I'm going to go down to Beachbody ranks. And really, I'm just going to talk about the very first one, which is the stepping stone to everything. And it is called Going Emerald. And truly, it is, you're going to hear this a lot, really with a lot of your things in coaching, but it's a decision. Emerald is not something that you just sit around and wait for, oh, I can't wait for it to happen. Maybe it'll happen like 2 to 3 months. Like, no. Any coach that's on here who is Emerald or who has gone Emerald before, like you decided you're going to go Emerald and you did it. So like you could be Emerald by this Thursday when our like coach week ends. Like that's what like kind of thing it is. And it's a stepping stone, like I said, to everything. So we are a binary system. You are the head of your system. You're the CEO and you have 2 sides. We're a binary system. You have a right side and you have a left side. And you are an Emerald coach when you have a personally sponsored coach on each one of those legs. They both can't be on the right leg. They both can't be on the left leg. They both have to be one on the right, one on the left, and poof, you are Emerald. That's all it takes. So the big things though with this is a really important step because at least one of them, if not 2, if I were to do it over again, I would have picked both. One of those accounts is what we call should be a controlled account, which is usually a spouse account, or if you don't have a spouse, a family member, someone close to you, because the really, really amazing thing that Beachbody allows you to do is they allowed you to build your spouse or a family member's account later down the road. So this is something that like, honestly, my coach Megan told me to do. And I was like, what? Like, I just signed up myself as a coach. Like, what in the world? Like, why am I signing my husband up as a coach? I didn't quite fully understand it. But I looked at her and I said, okay, she knows what she's doing. She has achieved all the things that like, so this is a part where I just say, just trust us, because you will be kicking yourself down the road if you do not sign up someone close to you. Because now what I've been able to do, I signed up my husband, Josh. And you know what? They don't have to actively coach. They don't have to do anything. Some girls even like they sign up their spouse and then they create a separate email that like their spouse doesn't even have to look at anything. It just goes right to them. All my husband does is he just forwards me emails. And I kind of think he likes to know kind of what's going on in the Beachbody world. So it kind of works out. But like they don't work the business at all. They do need to know that they have a coach account. Like they need to be aware that like they're signed up as a coach. But like they don't have to do anything. And what you can do later down the road, after you've really built your account to diamond or whatever you want to do, you then can shift your like focus to building their account. And what it's going to do, it's going to maximize your income. because everything that you do through their account is going to flow back up to your account, which is insane. So like, for example, once I got myself to Emerald, I went and built Josh to Emerald. Once I got myself to Diamond, I went and built Josh to Diamond and went 1-star. And now, you know, Josh is sitting at like a 3-star Diamond coach, like, and everything that happens under him goes directly up to my account. So we're like double dipping in income, and it's been a game changer. I did not see that benefit right up front, but it's been a game changer. And I would be missing out on thousands of dollars every month if I would have just signed up a random person. And that other person, so the first one needs to be a controlled account, a spouse, a family member. The other one, it could be a family member as well. I wish I would have just signed up my mom, because why wouldn't I want someone who I love and that I want, like maybe my mom would want to work out one day. Maybe she would just be like, not want to work out, but at least want to support me at the very tippy top of my organization where they're going to be racking up volume. You know why? Thankfully, I did give my number 1 spot away to an amazing girl, Jody, who's on this call. But like, if I were to do it over again, I would have put my mom way up top so that, hey, maybe if she wanted to build that business one day, she would have a prime spot and have earning income, or heck, maybe she would let me build it. And then we had to have 3 prime spots of earning income. So a lot of girls that you have seen go Emerald recently, a lot of them have signed up a spouse and grabbed their sister, or signed up a spouse and grabbed their best friend and be like, let's do this. Like, I don't know fully what I'm doing, but like, I'm having fun. I'm seeing really good results. And I know you love to do this too. So like, this isn't a huge thing, but like, it's a big step in to everything else. You're going to get earnings to the team, like not just commissions anymore. Now you are going to get the team cycle bonus earnings, which is like earning off the productivity of your team. And I'm not going to go deep dive into that, because if you're interested in learning about the team cycle bonus, we have lots of other trainings on that. But like, that again is like your second way of earning. And that's when you're going to get all the ways of earning rather than just commission. So to me, like, you truly don't have your business open until you're Emerald and have all the ways to earn. Okay. And then the last thing you do get is you get free customer leads. So you're going to get leads of people who just go to the Beachbody website and sign up with Shakeology or Beachbody On Demand. You'll like see them in your back office and they'll like be under you as customers, and you didn't do a dang thing, which is pretty amazing. And then of course you're going to get shouted out on our team page and on social media. And that of course just adds one more layer of credibility to this business. So that is what Emerald Coach is all about. I'm going to stop sharing my screen and I'm just going to end it. I have a few more things because I truly think this is, you know, I know you've heard a lot with product of the product and social media and Success Club and Emerald, like those things might be going over your head, but you guys as new coaches, you guys have something that a lot of us might not have right now. You guys just have the genuine excitement of everything being brand new. Take advantage of that. Like I will see coaches who will have like the perfectly crafted post or the perfectly worded picture or perfectly like posed picture. But like, if they're not genuinely excited about what they're doing, this new program that they're starting, this new group that they're in, this like just new adventure that they're on, they're probably not seeing success. Like, get on your stories and get on your posts and just show people that you're excited to be doing this, because people want to be a part of something that you're excited about. I think of like when I get workout clothes or like new leggings that I'm obsessed with, I usually get on my stories or wherever and just like shout it to the rooftops. People don't ask me like, how much is it? Like, what are they made of? Tell me all this stuff. They're just like, give me the link. I want to get those workout pants too. So like, people just, when they see that you truly love something, that it's genuinely working for you, like they want to take advantage of that too. And I think that's something that us like older veteran coaches kind of miss out on, because like we try and keep that newness. And I think it's important that we do, but like you guys, this is so brand new to you. Just be excited about it. 2 things, lean into this team. Like get on these team calls. I know a lot of you are on here tonight, but also like we have power hours, get on our virtual gym in the morning, show people that this is a community. Like if you want to be a part of this community, you also have to show up. It's more than just signing up as a coach and kind of checking the team page every day. It's talking to other coaches. It's following other coaches. It's doing the things that we're all doing together. So lean in. And then I love this mentality. And I think it really kind of sums up our team. It's called like, we call it like the work hard, play hard mentality. We have a lot of fun, and I pride our team in of like just being like fun individuals. Like whenever we can get together again, like pray COVID just goes away after this year, like we have a blast together, and it's like the craziest funnest time. Like I just think back to Destin, Florida, where like a lot of us for that first time, like was a lot of us were meeting each other, and like within the first half hour we're all like sprawled on one person's bunk bed, like sharing our deepest secrets. I'm like, who does this? Like that's just kind of what our coaching community does. But so like we play hard, but also work hard in the times that you're given. Like truly think about what time do you want to dedicate this in your day. This is not an all day thing. You should not be on your phone all day long. Yes, you might be like adding some stories in a few, like kind of in the morning and then the afternoon throughout the day, but this is not something where you're scrolling all day long. We have that business activity tracker where you just mark off certain things when you're done and be done. Like this is not an all day thing. I know you guys are working women. A lot of you are working women. You're full-time moms. You got friends to keep up with. You got husbands to take care of, and vice versa. Like be present when you actually work this business. Actually work it. Do what you got in this business to do, and get people signed up with challenge packs to help them see results. And then when you're done, put your phone away and be present. Like, so that work hard, play hard mentality. And I know for me, you have to look at your schedule and your day. For me, I get a lot of chunk of work done when I wake up early in the morning and then at nap time. Like, and I know that's going to change because my kids aren't always going to nap, but right now, like that's when I hustle. I turn off my notifications. I put timers on. I say, okay, for this 10 minutes, I'm going to invite, and I invite. For this 10 minutes, I'm going to connect. Okay, for this 10 minutes, I need to write up a post, a vulnerable post, because that's important that people see the real Brooke and what's going on in my life. So be intentional with that time, that work hard, play hard mentality. Okay. I have 3 questions that I want you guys to do, and then we are going to end the night. I'm going to put them in the chat section. And what I want you to do with these 3 questions is I want you to send them to your coach. Either, I know it's getting late, it's 9:30 or almost 9:30 around here. So either tonight or tomorrow or later on in this week to answer these 3 things. So let me go find, I wrote them down so I could copy and paste them. But I know the first one is, what personal development book are you reading? Guys, why can't I find them? What personal development book are you reading? Oh, here they are. Okay, what personal development book are you reading? 2, what are you going to start implementing after this call? Okay, you don't have to look at everything we just said and say, oh my gosh, I have to go do everything. I have to be a product of the product. I have to go post on social media. I have to like, just what's one thing you're going to do? This is not like going to rule your world. Just what's one thing? Like, is it maybe you really want to hit Success Club this month? Maybe you really want to go Emerald. Maybe you just really want to start getting your own personal journey together, like just understanding things. And then number 3, what are your coach hours? Kind of like I was just talking about, that work hard, play hard. This is not an all day thing. This should not take up all of your nighttime or all of your morning, afternoon, night. Like, no. When are the hours that you're going to, maybe squeeze in 15 minutes here and then 10 minutes here and 15 minutes here? Like, that's okay. We call those power pockets. So when are you actually going to work this? So, okay. I know we just threw a lot of stuff at you. I'm going to leave, like, we have 5 minutes left. It's 9:25. Does anyone have any questions? Anything?
Hey, I understand the setting work hours, and I think that sounds great. But what about when people start asking questions to me? Like I can start talking to a gal and just will end up, checking my phone while I'm trying to play with my kids, and it just kind of goes on and on. Does that make sense? Like you can get kind of carried away with answering questions and getting back to people.
So again, this is my recommendation because I totally struggled with that. Like, and it's exciting when finally, especially as a newer coach, or heck, even right now, when I see someone's like, hey, can you tell me more about this? Like, I want to drop everything I'm doing and be like, oh my gosh, yes, I have to tell them. Like, someone's finally interested. Like, if you can't like fully have a conversation with them right now, it's okay. Like, know that they're going to be there in an hour. They're going to be there in 2 hours. They're going to be there when your kids are down, and then you can get to them. Like, I have learned just from personal experience, people respect like when you are not available 24/7. That like you set boundaries, and it shows them that like, what if they're thinking like, hey, maybe I want to be a coach, but dang, like this girl Brooke, she's always, every time I send her a message, she's always on her phone and like responding to me. I can't be like that. So personally, like if I know if I can't like have a conversation with them right now, I won't get to it, and I'll just like leave it alone, and whenever I can like have 5 minutes to get back to them, then I will. I don't know if that answered your question, if that's what you're asking.
Yes, it did. Thank you so much, Brooke.
And I always, this is something really important too. Like, so say a lot of my messages are in my Facebook Messenger, and it's on Instagram too. Like, say I saw it pop up on my Messenger and like I had clicked on it, but like, you know, I have mom brain and I have 3 kids running around, like things are crazy. And when I'm like, oh, I don't want to forget to respond to them, what you can do, I'll just like go down to like, what are the Brooke, Brittany, and Rebecca thread? Like, I don't know if you can see this, but like I can slide over to the right. Is that to the right or the left? And then I can hit those 3 bars and I can mark as unread. I don't know if you guys can see that or mark as unread, but then it shows you like, okay, you need to get back to that message. And I do that a lot, even if I've seen the message, but I'm like, oh, I don't want to forget about it. If I don't have time to write down their name down right now, I'll mark as unread so that when I do sit down to work this, that I can be like, all right, I need to go to all my mark as unread right now and get to those messages first and then go do my thing. So, I mean, that's, yeah, I get it. And it's like, it's super exciting when people start talking to you and asking you, but at the same time, like we also have to set those boundaries. Great question. Anything else?
Courtney asked, hitting Success Club 3, so I would assume 3 people. Will it cover coach costs and products or just coach costs? I didn't know if anybody saw that.
No, I just saw that. So you're going to get commission from every challenge pack. So that's usually around $50. So when you're hitting Success Club 5 or Success Club 6, that means you're getting 3 commissions. So you're getting about $150. So like you're going to be covering your coach fee of $15. You're probably going to be covering most of your products. And then you might have like $20, $25 extra, just depending on like what products you're getting. If you're just getting like Shakeology, you know, you're going to have some left over. If you're getting Shakeology, Energize, and Recover, like all that shebang, you might be like breaking even. But like, at least for myself, like that was my goal at first. Like I didn't want to be paying my coach fee or for my products. So like hitting Success Club was like, definitely, I knew it was going to cover everything. Great question. Anything else?
I had one more question about the signing up your spouse. So that also adds another, coaching fee to your monthly expenses and things like that. So how does that work? Like, you have to hit like Success Club 10, I guess, to even things out, or what?
I don't know the exact breakdown to even things out. Would be, I would have to write it down. I'm not like a math person in my head. So, but like Success Club 10 would definitely do that. On that note as well, to keep their accounts active, to keep your personal account active for all of us, we just need 50 personal volume. But if we want to be hitting Success Club, you have to have 90 personal volume every single month on Home Direct. So like, I always just do Shakeology because I know I'll always, like, if I'm going to be wanting to hit Success Club, I have to have 90 PV. But for my husband's, Josh's account, he doesn't need to be hitting Success Club, right? I just need him as an active coach. So under him is where I would order Shakeology under my account. And then under his account, I would order Energize and like a 10 pack of hydrate sticks or something to keep his account active. Or maybe that's where I order all my beach bars or something like that through. So you can break up like whose account you order what.
Oh, okay. So he just needs 50 PB to stay active, but not, okay, that makes sense. Thank you. That clarifies things.
Great question. Those are all things that we should have covered too. I'm like, oh, I think we should have covered that. But sometimes we get on a roll. And Catherine, it's Catherine, right? That's talking.
Yes, Catherine Beal here.
I'm like, who's talking? But I think I thought. Okay. Great questions, Catherine. Anyone else? All righty. Well, thank you guys so much for jumping on. We're so excited. And like I said, use our team page. I know a lot of you are probably in like new coach message threads too. Like take advantage of those. We all remember what it's like to be a new coach. You're not alone in this. If you guys want to walk, we'll walk with you. If you're like, I'm ready to run, Brooke, I will sprint and try and keep up. And that to me, it would be a ton of fun. So you guys have a great night and we'll see you later. See ya.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Okay.